Alright guys, hope you're all well and welcome back to another video, and today's going to be my Blu Ray DVD collection for 2025 and the fantasy section. So let's get into it. So at first we have Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass. Good films by Tim Burton, of course, with Mia Wasikowska and Johnny Depp. Really good films, of course, along with Anne Hathaway, Helena Bonham Carter, Michael Sheen, Barbara Windsor, Stephen Fry, Alan Rickman, may he rest in peace. Good films, of course. Next we have Beauty and the Beast, great film with Emma Watson, of course, from Harry Potter. Really enjoyed this film a lot. Also with Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, Kevin Kline, Josh Gad, Ewan McGregor, Stanley Tucci, Audra McDonald, Gugu McBath-Raw, Ian McKellen, and Emma Thompson. Up next, we have Bedtime Stories, of course. Great film with Adam Sandler from 2006, I think, or 2008. Really enjoyed this film a lot. Adam Sandler, Courtney Cox, Russell Brand, Guy Pearce, Richard Griffiths, Jonathan Pryce, Lucy Lawless, Teresa Palmer. Really enjoyed that a lot. Up next, we have the BFG, great movie, of course, based on the animated classic. Haven't seen that for a long time. Alexa, what year was the original BFG released?
The BFG was released on the 26th of December
1989. I haven't seen that for a long time. I should watch that again, actually. Okay, up next we have my the Narnia trilogy, Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe from 2005, Prince Caspian from 2008, and Voyage of the Dawn Treader from 2010. Good little trilogy. We didn't end up getting any more of them, which is a real shame, because I grew up watching those and I was like, oh, this is a good franchise, but they never done any more, which is a bit odd. But yeah, good films. Liam Neeson as Aslan and Tilda Swinton as the White Queen. Really enjoyed that a lot. Up next, we have Cinderella from 2015. Good film. Lily James. Kate Blanchett, really good movie, that one. A lot. I showed my my original in my animated section. Up next we have The Dark Crystal, classic, of course, from 1982. Who directed this film? Jim Henson and Fred Oz film, similar to the Labyrinth film I got. Also have that. I prefer the Labyrinth to Dark Crystal. I haven't seen that yet. Up next, we have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Of course, the sort of prequel to the Harry Potter franchise. Good film with Eddie Redmayne. And then, of course, we have the sequel, The Crimes of Grindelwald, from 2019, I want to say. I believe 2018. Yeah, 2018, not 19. Yeah, I enjoyed the second one as well. I don't think I've seen it on Blu-ray, but I should watch that because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. And speaking of Harry Potter, we have my whole Harry Potter collection. We have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone from 2001. Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, John Cleese, Robbie Coltrane, who sadly passed away. I think 2 years ago now. 2023. I think. Warwick Davis, Richard Griffiths, Richard Harris, who was the first Dumbledore, and he passed away after the second film was released. Ian Hart, John Hurt, another one we sadly lost. Alan Rickman, Fiona Shaw, Maggie Smith, another one that we lost recently as well. A lot of good actors in those franchises, and sadly they're not with us anymore. And then we have The Chamber of Secrets from 2002. Big fan of that one, my favorite of the franchise. Harry Potter shouldn't have gone back home when he missed the train. Indeed, yes, sir. At least you'll be away from here. Harry Potter must go home. Dobby thought his bludger would make Harry Potter see. Dobby feels most the grief, sir. I love the character of Dobby. Absolutely love him in the second one. Of course, battles the basilisk in the chamber and kills Voldemort in our one, of course. Up next, and then of course followed up by The Prisoner of Azkaban from 2004, where he learns that Sirius Black, who we thought was actually a murderer, wasn't actually murdering him. He was actually going after Peter Pettigrew, and that was the main reason he was going after Harry, following Harry around. But so yeah. And then The Goblet of Fire, so sort of a continuation from The Prisoner of Azkaban. Because you got Ralph Fiennes in this from who played Lord Voldemort, first proper return of Lord Voldemort, and Michael Gambon actually first role as Professor Dumbledore in The Prisoner of Azkaban. He also appeared he went from that because after Richard Harris died, after that they looked for another actor to play Dumbledore, and then Michael Gambon continued that role. And Order of the Phoenix from 2007. And then it gets really dark from Goblet of Fire. It gets from happy fantasy children to dark and gloomy, mysterious. So, like, sort of tensions of horror elements in it. And then Half-Blood Prince from 2009. And Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, of course. And then Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 from 2011. So, yeah, big Harry Potter fan. My cousin and me sat through the whole series. Trying to think when was that? That was back in 2021, 2022. I'm guessing it was 2022. Yeah, it was around that time. Yeah. Okay, up next we have the Hobbit trilogy. Of course, the Peter Jackson's prequel of course. So before Lord of the Rings, so we got Battle of the Five, Unexpected Journey, Desolation of Smaug, and Battle of the Five Armies, of course. First one, of course, starring Martin Freeman as Bilbo, and then you got Ian McKellen, of course, as Gandalf the Grey, Andy Serkis as Bilbo, and then we got the sequel, of course, which featured Orlando Bloom as Legolas. So yeah, we get to see him back into it. And then the third one, who was in the third one now? It's not easy to remember. It's just the names of the actors I can't remember. But yeah, all right though. All right. Up next we have Jumanji, of course, from 1995. Classic, of course. Robin Williams. I'm very sad about him. Kirsten Dunst, Bonnie Hunt, David Allen. What does that say? I don't know what that says. That one there. After David Allen Greer, I think it is. Bradley P.S. Yeah, I really enjoyed that film a lot. About a boy who gets sucked into a game, and they get him out, and then all four of them play there, and then he gets trapped. He stays in there, and then 26 years later, someone else finds the game, plays the game, finishes, and then they get him out, and then they find the other woman, and then they keep going until they finally finish it. And then, of course, we got the sequel from 2017, Welcome to the Jungle, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, of course, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillian. And then we have the next level from 2019. Yeah, good film. I remember watching that in the cinema, and that was the last cinema trip I had before COVID hit. So yeah. Up next, we have King Kong, classic, of course, from 1933, the original, with Fay Ray. Good film, of course. And of course, that's followed up by King Kong from 2005. Absolutely love this film. I absolutely love it. I remember watching this back 20 years ago. God, hard to believe that this is actually 20 years old. 20 years. I can't even believe it. It's been 20 years since I last watched it. I've obviously seen it a lot more than that. But I remember watching it many years ago down... Oh, I'm trying to think, what was it called back then? It was UGC Cinema back in Newport. Back in the day, that's gone now. That's no longer here now. But I remember watching that. Me and my dad watched it, and we enjoyed it. So we all went... Short story. Me, my mum, my dad, and my sister, we all went to the cinema together. My mum and my sister watched, what was it? Just Like Heaven, about the ghost. I haven't seen that, that one. And then me and my dad watched King Kong, and King Kong was a long film, so we were in there for quite a while. So, God, if I could watch that again on the big screen, then fucking, yeah, definitely. Anyway, up next we have Labyrinth, classic, of course, with David Bowie, Jennifer Connelly. Massive rest in peace to David Bowie, of course. Big fan of him. Good actor, good singer. I haven't really listened to some of his songs, but yeah. Up next, we have Lord of the Rings, of course, the trilogy. Love these films. Such a shame about this bloody nice box. Oh, it's all flappy. The things coming off the silver, like the foil. I don't know why. So it's a nice box, but it's a shame. It's falling off. But yeah, what can I say? But it's all right though. The movies still work. But yeah. All right. Up next, we have Maleficent, a great movie, of course, with Angelina Jolie. Of course, sort of the story of Sleeping Beauty's iconic villain. Yeah, I really enjoyed that film a lot, and Elle Fanning. And then we have the sequel from 20. I want to say 19. Yeah, I'm gonna say 19. Yeah, again, I really enjoyed this film a lot. Sam Riley, Harris Dickinson, Ed Skerin, Melvin Staunton, Juno Temple, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, I really enjoyed that a lot, actually. Up next, we have Nanny McPhee. Yeah, great movie, of course, from 2005. Yeah, Emma Thompson and Colin Firth. Again, Imelda Staunton is also in that. It's funny that because those two then, Emma Thompson and then Imelda Staunton, then went on to play Professor Trelawney and Professor Dolores Umbridge in Order of the Phoenix. Just 2 years after that was 2 years after that was done, yeah. And then of course we have Nanny McPhee and The Big Bang from 2010. I don't get why they didn't continue Nanny McPhee. I'm a little bit like, oh, why didn't they continue it? I'm starting to wish they did continue it because that was a good franchise. So with these two, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief from 2010, from 2010. Again, first one with, what's his name? Logan Lerman, Brandon E. Jackson, Alexander Daddario, Sean Bean, Pierce Brosnan, Steve Coogan. Yep. That was a great movie, of course. And then, of course, we have the sequel, Sea of Monsters, from 2013. And then that was it. So we didn't get any more, which is a very odd thing. I mean, why would you want to do just two? But I believe they've done a TV series of this, which is a bit odd. So, but, well, it's not odd, but yeah, but I'll probably watch that soon. I don't know. Alright, up next we have The Princess Bride. Classic, of course, from 1987 with Carrie Elwes, Robin Wright, Chris Sarandon. Who else is in this? Betty Crystal, Mandy Patinkin, Andre the Giant, of course. Yeah, I love the Princess Bride. And alright, up next we have Snow White and the Huntsman from 2012. Yeah, great movie, of course. Of course, I watched the latest Snow White from this year, and I'll definitely be picking that up quite soon. I'm looking forward to picking that up when it comes out, hopefully. And finally, for fantasy, sorry about that, we have Sucker Punch from 2011 with Emily Browning, Abby Cornish, Jenna Malone, Vanessa Hudgens, Hudgens, I think that's how you say it. Vanessa Hudgens, yeah, that's it. Jamie Chung, Carla Gugino, Oscar Isaac, John Hamm, and Scott. Sorry about the sneeze, but there you go. Alright then, so anyway, sorry about that sneeze. So that's the fantasy section. Sorry for the length of this. It's 20 odd minutes. Oh no. Oh well. Anyway, that's the fantasy section done and dusted. So yeah, I love a bit of fantasy in my life as well. So up next will be horror. Horror is one of my biggest sections, so this is gonna be split into 2 videos whenever I get around to doing that. Anyway, I'll see you all soon, and that's all I'm gonna say. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.